Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Monday evening edition of our live session. And we are going to see one live case study actually done by one of our student in the industry. So, of course, the data will be a little what you can say fudged, because of the confidentiality. But the basic information, the basic crux, the basic flow of the project is what something which we are going to learn in today's session. Okay, let's first let's work the let's start with our welcoming ceremony for the new members. Okay, anybody new in the room attending the session live first time, just type me in the chat box and we all will first welcome you. Everybody, the new members in the room, I think there are a lot of people yet to join. Okay, Dhananjay ji, just type me in the chat box. The people who are attending this live session first time. Okay. Selva Kumar, Atul Kadam, Dhananjay. Who else? Who else? Everybody type me in the chat box. See, live session. Today is a Monday, so Monday, of course, we have more live session people because more new people because people take admission on Sunday, so the Monday would be the first day of it. Okay, so everybody just type welcome new members in the chat. Let's welcome them. Welcome Dhananjay ji, Selva Kumar ji, and Atul Kadam ji into our great community of SNG, the great learners community. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just type welcome and give them the warm welcome so that a lot of people are yet to join. Okay. So let me also type welcome into this. Super. Chalo. So see, for the new members, of course, I will take you through the points as well. Okay. Super, super, super. चलो आगे बढ़ते हैं. Super. So let me share a screen with you. I have a presentation for you so that we will take it from there. Okay. And I'm going to share this presentation with you. The objective of sharing the project case studies is to give you the confidence. Okay. See, more you see the case studies, um, more confident will you become on Lean Six Sigma tools. All right. So that's the objective, because if the same tools again and again and again and again, if you see with the same sequence of the DMAC framework, then everything, all the dots will get connected. That's the objective of this. Okay. So today's topic is what we are going to discuss is there is one insurance company case study we are going to discuss. Insurance outsourcing companies there. All right. That I will cover. So let me share a secret code of, of the consultant, which we also follow. Actually, we have taken this secret code from the GE's consulting model. GE is General Electric. Okay. After Motorola, GE is one of a very important player in Lean Six Sigma spread across the world, because GE's CEO Jack Welch. See, when Motorola started Lean Six Sigma basically, it was only in the production systems. But what GE did, GE basically spreaded Six Sigma application across all the other functions as well. Not only production, they started in marketing, sales, HR, supply chain, everywhere, wherever there are processes, they started implementing. So they wanted to go for the Six Sigma methodology across all the domain, all the functions. So that was their, so they started one consulting model, and which we basically adopted. Okay, so this model is um, actually called as partnership model. Okay, through this model, even if you are not domain expert in that, you can still go and solve the problem. Okay, so domain meaning the core knowledge of that, of, let's say, for example, manufacturing is a domain, right? So pharmaceutical is a domain, IT is a domain, so whichever domain, your BPO is a domain. So whichever industry, whichever domain you have, so the traditional thinking is you have to know, you have to be at least experienced in the domain to solve the problem. So that is something this model completely defy. This model says that even if you don't have the domain knowledge, domain expert, you can solve the problem. Okay. So this is done through this partnership model of domain and the DMAC, where you are doing the project, wherever you are doing the project, that expertise are already there with the client. So client brings the domain expert. Let's say you are a consultant, somebody gives you a project in IT industry and you have experience in pharma industry. Now what you do is you go to that IT company and make a team of their process people, and their domain knowledge is already there with them, so you don't have to worry about it. And then you bring DMAC expertise on the table. That is where we come into picture. So this is we. DMAC experts, that's what we are. Lean Six Sigma certified people are the DMAC experts. So we do the partnership with the client where they have the domain knowledge, and we bring DMAC knowledge on the table, the problem solving knowledge of the table, systematic problem solving, and through this partnership, we solve the problem. Are you clear with this? Very simple. So you don't worry about whether, I don't know about this domain. Can I solve the problem? The answer is yes, through this partnership model. Are you clear with this? This is very important understanding. So even if you don't have prior experience, you can still go there and crack the problem. Are you clear? Just give me yes in the chat box. Have you understood this approach? And that is the approach in consulting we also use. Everybody, just give me yes in the chat box. Yes. I'm not receiving the messages here. Are you guys traveling or am I not audible? Am I audible, right? Just give me yes in the chat box. I'm not getting enough yeses in the... हाँ, अभी आने शुरू हो गए. Okay, got it. तो आप लोग हो यहाँ पे. Okay, all the new members, welcome. There are few people who are new, who are joining just now. Super, guys. So the partnership or the secret of the consultant, the recipe of secret is they get the partnership of the client people where the domain expertise is there, and they bring, we bring the DMAC expertise and solve the problem. So the today's case study is, is from insurance sector. Anybody from insurance sector in the room right now? Just type me in the chat box. कोई है insurance sector से यहाँ पे? Insurance? No? Okay, very good. No problem. So that's even good that we don't know this sector. All of us are not knowing this sector, right? So one of our student who was working in the insurance sector. So see, after internet boom, correct? One of the backbone of IT technology tech boom in India is outsourcing. Okay, so all these big tech companies outsource the work from US or the Western countries, Australia or New Zealand and European countries. So and then they, because of our affordable manpower, right, compared to them, we can do this because of the technology. Now we can transfer the data very easily with the internet. So this is one of the firm, and it's called Australian Healthcare IOB. IOB stands for Insurance on Behalf of. Okay. So it means the Australian healthcare company is doing the insurance of their client, and the backend work is getting basically outsourced by, by the Indian company. Okay. So Australian healthcare company hai, like say insurance company, and they are taking the documentation, recording and all those stuff, backend processing is done by the Indian company that is called Insurance on Behalf of. And they were struggling with the accuracy problem. Accuracy was coming very poor. So they took up the project of accuracy improvement. All right. Clear hai everybody? So got the basic idea of this? Just give me yes in the chat box. So we have an Indian company which is outsourcing the job from an Australian company, which is an insurance company. And in this transaction, there is an accuracy issue, and they have taken a project to improve the accuracy. Got it? Just give me yes in the chat box. Just give me S, yes, whatever. Yes. Okay. Very good. Super. So let's move ahead. So in the define phase, first they define the problem. Okay. So I'm just going a little deeper. There are major, in the project charter, I'm just breaking this down by one in this project charter, etc. Like we have business case, problem statement, goal statement. Okay. The scope. Do you remember all these names which we even discussed it during the yellow belt session as well? How many of you remember this? Business case, problem statement, goal statement, project team members, roles, responsibilities, scope, in scope, out of scope. How many of you remember this? Just type yes in the chat box. Even new members must be remembering this. So in this particular project, we are, going to be discussed right now. Yeah, Pravita, we are just started, and we are discussing a project case study where Australian insurance company, which is, one Indian company is outsourcing the work from them. And in between, there is some accuracy issues they are finding. So this is actually a live project done by our team member. So he was working in that insurance company. Okay. So here we go. So this is what we are in the just define phase, and we are starting the first slide of project charter. So the business case is nothing but, see, understand this. What is business case? Business case is nothing but why this project is important for the business. This project, see, project meaning what? Lean Six Sigma or the DMAC methodology, LSS meaning Lean Six Sigma or DMAIC, whatever you say. This is a project-driven methodology. We solve the problem, we convert a problem into a project, and within 2, 3, 4 months, we basically solve the problem. Okay. And this, because it's a project-driven methodology, we ask the management to give us a support. Okay. Give us a support. Now, Lean Six Sigma methodology is top-down methodology. Very, very important insight I'm sharing with you. What do you mean by top-down methodology? Top-down meaning the methodology which is driven by the top management and then it percolates down. Understand this? Top-down ka matlab hai, it is driven by the top management. There are certain methods, for example, let me give you, there are certain methods like Kaizen. There are certain methods like quality circle. These are bottom-driven methodologies like workmen from the ground. Okay. From the grassroots level, basically identify the problem and then they come together and solve the problem. It's a bottom-driven methodology. While Lean Six Sigma is a top-driven methodology. Are you clear with this distinction? Bottom-driven and top-driven, just type yes in the chat box. Clear hai? Because in Lean Six Sigma, we solve more complex problems, not simple low-hanging fruits. Chote problems nahi hai ye. We are dealing with bigger problems here, and top management's involvement is a very crucial. So business case basically is like we are convincing the management to give us the support, give us the, what you can say, resources to run this project. Okay. So you can see here. So here what we are, in short, what we are doing is why this problem is important, critical for our business. So what they have written here, the accuracy of IOB process, which is insurance on behalf process, is critical for financial health of the organization as well as the satisfaction of the customer. Okay. So a lot of stakeholders are there. There is an Australian insurance company is there. This company, Indian company is there. Then the customer, which is the client from Australia, those people are also there. So all these people basically take care of this. Okay. No sound, is it? Prem Shankarji, can you just, yeah, Prem Shankarji, can you just log in once again like you do last time? Yeah, sound is there, no? Huh. Otherwise, a lot of people, see, very simple. If you are not getting sound, multiple people will start collecting. So no sound, no sound, no sound, like that. Okay. If only you are the person who is facing the challenge, there must be some localized problem. Okay. So एक बार localized problem check करिए, internet connectivity, etc. Okay. Now, so currently the accuracy of IOB process is 97.46. That means out of 100, 97.46% is only accuracy. Remaining is the defect. Okay. So the target SLA is 99%. SLA meaning service level agreement, which is 99%. So 97 to 99%. So there is a gap which they wanted to address. Okay. And these errors can also result into financial losses for the organization as well as potential legal and regulatory risk. Now understand this, guys. When it comes to insurance, there are legal and regulatory risks are also involved, because let's say somebody is claiming insurance having clear-cut documentation. So you are, as a company, as an insurance company, you are liable to give them the claim. But because of some errors in your documentation and some accuracy problem, if you are denying the claim or you are denying the entire amount which is claimed, then the company can face legal or regulatory consequences. And that is what is the risk they are actually highlighting. Okay. So the project will focus on improving the accuracy of IOB process to meet the target, okay, which will help to reduce errors, improve customer satisfaction, and increase the revenue as well. See, like percentage of what you can say uh, claims, okay, it is one of the indicators. The insurance companies, how many percentage of claims you have successfully given, that also is one of the indicator of how good insurance company you are. Correct? So this is important for revenue generation as well. It is one of the marketing and the branding tool for the companies as well, that we are giving 97%, claim settlement ratio. It's called claim settlement ratio, something like that. Okay. Claim settlement. Exactly. So more the claim settlement ratio, better is the brand image of the companies, because then the customer will get confidence that if I take insurance from this company, my claim will be settled down. There is a higher probability. Correct? So this is very, very important. So claim settlement ratio directly proportionate to your sales, your revenue, because more people have trust on you and you get better customer. You get good sales. Okay. So that is how. So basically, we are talking about the less accuracy percentage. Are you clear with this business case? Just give me yes in the chat box. So business case is what is the business point of view of the project. Just give me yes. Okay. Everybody, very good. Super. Just give me yes in the chat box, guys. Then the problem statement. If you remember, we have a common problem statement pattern. Okay. And I have made it so simplified. Data collected from Jan to December shows that the current IOB process rate is 97.4, which results into error in billing and payment. This error leads to delay in the payment, incorrect billing, and reduced customer satisfaction. So, data kitne ek saal ka minimum, if you remember, 1 year data we are taking. Take the average of that, accuracy percentage, which comes to 97.46, which we have already discussed. So, this is the problem statement. Now, the goal statement is from 97.46, they want to hit 99%, which is their SLA target. The goal of the project is to improve the accuracy rate of IOB process from 97.46% to 99% by June 20, whatever it is. Simple. If you read this problem statement and the goal statement, do you remember we discussed similar kind of statement in the yellow belt session as well? The same, exactly same framework. Data collected from Jan to December, this shows that the average, I think it was a customer complaint of ABC, product ABC was something 50% or something like that, right? And the goal statement, we said that the goal of the project is to reduce the customer complaints from this X number to Y number by June 2022. Correct? The same framework we are using over here as well. Still, we are in the project charter only. Huh? I'm not showing you a table. I'm going deeper into each and every element. Okay. Then comes the project scope. What is the scope? Scope meaning the boundary of the project. Scope meaning the boundary of the project. What will be the start point? What will be the end point of the process where you are doing the project? So the project will focus on IOB process for Australian healthcare services that are outsourced to India. Okay. The scope of the project will include the following processes and departments. So this is the scope. So this particular project team is going to work on these major four processes: claim submission and processing, eligibility verification and validation, payment processing and reconciliation, and customer service and support. These are the four processes in the scrutiny. These are the four processes in which their accuracy percentage will be getting impacted. Okay, and this is the scope. So whatever is the so scope is the focus area, is a boundary area. So beyond which they will not focus. They will focus right from claim submission till customer service and support. That's it. This is the complete process which basically are you understanding? Scope clear. So scope are basically the processes they are going to focus in the project. Okay, just give me yes in the chat box. कोई भी doubt है, please let me know. I'm going to share this entire document with you. Okay. See, the once this is being recorded, once it is done, then this entire recording will be available in master class archive folder. Okay. I've just typed that masterclass archive folder, and below that recording, below that video, there will be this document which you can download and refer multiple times as well. Okay. And this is the number you have got to save all the new members. Just save this number. This is the mentor's number. Just a small deviation, but it's very, very important. All the new members, please save this number if it is not yet saved. And from this number only, you will get all the live sessions detail, and the other information will be shared through this WhatsApp number only. And if you have any doubt while studying, you can send the WhatsApp message on this number for the mentor. Okay, clear everybody, new members? Just give me a yes in the chat box. So recording available in Masterclass Archive, and the mentor's number will be available, is available in the chat. Just give me yes in the chat box, and please save it right away. Then comes something called SIPOC. SIPOC is a very important tool, which is a broad level process map. Okay. So you can see here all those four processes which are shown in the scope. First, they are listed here: claim submission, eligibility verification, payment processing, and customer service and support. These are the major four processes. And what are the inputs? For example, see, SIPOC is a full form of supplier, S for supplier, I for input, P for process, O for output, and C for customer. Now, how do you remember this? Very simple. See, we know input, process, output. Yes or no, everybody? We all know input, process, output. Just give me yes. Very simple. Right from our childhood, we are learning this. There is an input goes in the process, and there is some output. Correct? Now, input coming from some supplier. So there is some supplier who is supplying the input, and the output goes to the customer. So supplier below, before input, and customer after output makes the entire SIPOC, SIPOC. Clear? And this is a broad level process map where we list, first of all the processes in this column. Then we write all the inputs for each and every stage. Let's, for example, I'll give you one example. Claim submission and processing. What is the input? Patient information, insurance plan detail. These are the two important inputs. Who is supplying them? Patient is supplying them. The agent is supplying them of insurance, health insurance provider. Okay. So patient and agent are the two major suppliers. So patient information is being shared by the patient, and insurance plan details are shared by the agent of healthcare provider. Okay. Then after the claim is submitted, so what is the output? Claim submission form. It is completely duly filled claim submission form, and it will remain with the healthcare provider. Okay. So if you do this for all the four processes, understand this. What are the advantages we are going to get? We will get, first of all, everybody, you remember now, y is equal to function of x, correct? Everybody knows this equation. Your output is depending on input. Yes or no? Everybody remember this equation? Just give me yes in the chat box. Yes, anybody does not know this equation, please let me know. Where my y is equal to output and my x is equal to input. So my output is actually a function of my input. That means my output is depending my input. So here, this claim settlement process, okay, if you observe very closely, you will find you will find that all the major X's are basically listed in this input column. How many of you got it? Just type got it in the chat box. How many of you got it? All the inputs which are required in this process are listed in the column called input. Just give me a yes in the chat box. Of course, this will be useful for our analyze phase. But have you understood this? These are all X's for this accuracy, for this basically project. Whatever inputs are required, all the inputs are in this particular column. ये कॉलम में सभी इनपुट्स लिस्ट हो चुके हैं. If you do it properly, step by step. Okay, very, very important. Then there is something called stakeholders. Stakeholder meaning the people or the departments who are getting impacted or they are impacting the project. They are called stakeholders. So you can see here stakeholders. So this column you are getting stakeholder and this column you are getting stakeholders. I'll repeat again. Stakeholders. Okay. So this is a column, first column and the fifth column. You are getting the stakeholders of the project. Stakeholders meaning the function or the people who are impacting the project or they are getting impacted because of the project. They are called stakeholders. Interested parties. Clear? So this is the objective of SIPOC, to list down all the processes. It's a broad level process map. It highlights all the excess of the project, which are inputs, which are impacting our project, and all the important stakeholders. Okay. Now, why do we list down our stakeholders? Because from these stakeholders, we will make a team of our project. At least we should have one representative from our stakeholder so that we can work together on the project. Are you clear about the SIPOC? Just give me yes in the chat box. SIPOC clear hai? See, I'm not going deeper into each and every tool separately. Okay. I'm just giving you the glimpses. I want to show you the complete project. Super. Once the SIPOC is done, then there is something called stakeholder analysis. Now, this is the tool which basically shows how is the engagement of all the stakeholder in the project. Now, every project member, as I mentioned to you earlier in this stage, in this SIPOC stage, in your supplier and in your customer column, you will get the stakeholders, right? So you should at least get one representative. Let's say, for example, healthcare provider, from agent side, you should have one person. Maybe one patient representative you should have. The claim submission department you should have. Eligibility verification department you should have. Okay. So customer service department you should have. So all these representatives should be in your team. Now, once the team is made, whether they are engaged very high or they are engaged in a very low, that is what the stakeholder analysis is very important. Okay, now for all of us, we want all the stakeholders to be engaged very highly in the project. Okay, so this stakeholder analysis basically is done to check whether all the people are contributing to the project properly. If they are not contributing to the project properly, your project basically cannot move forward or cannot be completed on time successfully. It cannot deliver the results which are desired. So that's the reason stakeholders engagement is very important. It's like, if you have let's say if you are a captain of Indian cricket team, let's say you are Rohit Sharma, example, and your team members are not supporting you. Can you win the match for the country? If your team members are not supporting you, can you win the match? You cannot win, right? It's very simple. So stakeholder analysis is a tool basically, so now they have done a little different stakeholder analysis, but I would recommend you guys to check our stakeholder analysis in the green belt level. Okay. That is very more, better, crisp and precise. So basic objective of stakeholder analysis is every function or every stakeholder, are they fully involved in the project? So this is analysis to basically check out that. Okay. And the other one is called as RACI metrics. RACI metrics meaning RACI stands for responsible, accountable, consulted, and informed. In the stakeholder itself, there would be few people responsible, few people accountable. Let me give you first responsible and accountable. Okay. Let's extend the same example of, let's say, Rohit Sharma Indian cricket team. Now, in the cricket team, there are batsmen who are responsible to score the run. There are bowlers who are responsible to take the wickets and restrict the runs. There are fielders to field and again restrict the runs. So there is a responsibility on each and every person. That is responsibility. Okay. And what is accountability? Even though there are responsible individuals in the team, ultimate accountability of the match's result lies with the captain and the coach. That is called accountability. Are you understanding this? So responsibility and accountability understood. Responsibilities are the doers and accountability are, the one step above them. They are the accountable people. For example, if there is a machine operator, so machine operator is responsible to produce and the quality, and and let's say a supervisor or the manager is there who is accountable for the production and the quality. Are you clear? Responsibility and accountability. Just give me yes in the chat box. Clear hai? So in the project, network, in the project, what you can say, stakeholder management, you have to define which role, who is accountable, who is responsible. Okay, every role will be responsibility and accountability will be shared. The next one will be consulted and informed. Consulted meaning what? Let's say, for example, I'll give you example of this. In the project, there is a top management, let's say finance head, let's say CFO is there. Let me give you two people, CFO and there is one master black belt. Okay. Now CFO is the finance head, master black belt is a Lean Six Sigma expert. Okay. Now, if you want to ask the question, if you want to consult about, let's say, one of the Lean Six Sigma tool like hypothesis testing, you are doing hypothesis testing, let's say like ANOVA, okay, or chi-square test, or one sample t-test, two sample t-test, and you get stuck in hypothesis testing, okay, who would you consult? Would you consult to CFO or would you consult to master black belt? Type in the chat box. Who would you consult to? Everybody. Please give me the answer in the chat. Let me see. If you want to check, if you have any doubt on the hypothesis testing, yes, exactly. So you'll go to master black belt, right? And let's say if you want to, take some money for process automation, who would you consult to? If you want to take some money if you want to take the approval for process automation, who would you consult to? CFO. Are you understanding this? So this is clearly defined in the consulting role, that this person will be consulted for what? This person will be consulted for what? Okay. And then informed. What is informed? Informed meaning the people, the stakeholders should be informed every stage about the progress of the project, right? Now that can be the top management needs to be informed, but the people working in the in that process also needs to be informed. So who would be informed? That is something called as informed. Okay. So responsibility, accountability, consulted, and informed. This is called as RACI metrics. Okay. And this is what is the RACI metrics they have defined. Okay. So for example, let's say defining project. So project team is responsible, management is accountable, quality assurance team is consulted, and regulator are informed about the project. So similarly, all the tasks are who is responsible, who is accountable, who is consulted, who is informed. You can write in this fashion. Okay, this is called RACI metrics. All right, you can see, check this out whenever I'll give you this document. Okay. Then comes the communication plan, where how you communicate with each other, about this entire progress of the project in a phase by phase manner. That is something you can write in this communication plan, where patients will be communicating what is the objective, what is the frequency, through which channel, is it through email, is it through patient portal, and who is the owner of the communication. Okay, it's like claim processing team, which is the accountability of the communication. Okay, so this is how the communication during the project, how all the stakeholders will communicate with each other, through what channel, through what frequency. That is what communication plan is all about. Okay. So once that is done, then we will enter into the measure phase. We will collect the data of about the project. And then once we collect the data, yeah, before we collect the data, first we define the data collection plan. Okay. Like what is the objective of data collection? What do you mean by defining this? What is the objective of data collection? What is the method of data collection? What are the tools we are going to use for data collection? What is the frequency and schedule of data collection? Who will collect the data? Data collection team. Who will do the analysis of the data? Because not only collection is not required. Then by using Minitab and other softwares, okay, if you have, like few people will use Excel, few people will use Power BI and other softwares. But as Lean Six Sigma practitioner, predominantly we use Minitab. Okay. So who will do the data analysis? Then the verification and the validation of it, where the data and the analysis will be stored, everything clearly defined in the data collection plan. Okay. See everything, how systematically it is done. Once the data collection plan is there, so once we collect that, then this is just one couple of examples I've given. So they have done a Pareto analysis. Okay, 80-20. Everybody remember Pareto? Yes, just give me yes in the chat box. Hope you remember Pareto analysis. Yes, 80-20. Correct. So wherever you have now the project itself is an accuracy project, right? So we are dealing with the defects here. So they have collected the data that what are the highest defects they are coming. Okay. So they are coming that remittance created within correct information. Okay. Remit created within, with incorrect information. Okay. So remittance created with incorrect information is the highest contributor. Okay. Almost 35% of the contribution is this. And then incorrect information uploaded in AR optimizer application. They have some application and that's the second highest contributor. So, so here you can see, so remit created with incorrect information is contributing 33.5%. Incorrect information in AR optimizer is 10%. Missed updated incorrect unresolved reason is 4. Incorrect information updated in notes is 3.5. So they have found out the top 4 reasons out of maybe 20 reasons. They have found out these are the 4 top reasons. If you add them up, okay, which is 33.5 plus 10, which is 43.5, and 4, which is almost 47. So more than, you can say, very close to 50%. 50%, what you can say, contributor is only because of this 4. Okay, this is how the precisely we can identify what are the major critical pain areas of the, or the major contributing defects. Okay. So then comes the process capability analysis. Very, very important. Now, if you remember the accuracy rate we decided was 97.46%, right? Now, see, understand this. What is 97.46? Let's say if I draw a histogram or a bell-shaped curve, all right? So in this 97, so this is lower specification limit and this is upper specification limit. Okay. You know, what is the, whatever is the acceptance level. So 97.46% of the cases are accepted. Accuracy is there. What remains is 2.54% of the errors are in this region, are above or below specification limit. So the accuracy is not there for this 2.54%. You can see here 100% minus the current accuracy, which is 100 minus 97.46, which is 2.54% is the current defect rate. Are you clear? Just type yes in the chat box. Which tool use CID team to find theft and murdered person? So CID team has a completely different approach than our Lean Six Sigma approach. Okay, they don't have this much of systematic data as such. Okay, so this process of problem solving will be applicable where we have a set process and we have a data with us to basically support that. Okay, that's where this will be applicable. Okay, Arvind ji. डायरेक्ट सीआईडी सीआईडी का क्वेश्चन थोड़ा सा सरप्राइजिंग था मेरे you must be a CID form, fan, सोनी टीवी पे आता है ना CID का एक जो सीरियल आता था. I don't know whether it is still coming. It's very famous serial for so many years. Okay, very good. Coming back to this. So the defect rate is 2.54 percentage. Okay. So what do we do with this? Now understand this. If you remember, this similar kind of table I had shown you during our yellow belt session as well. Okay. So here, when I say 3.4, now listen to me very carefully. 3.4 per million, 3.4 defects per million, huh? 3.4 per million per 10 lakhs. Okay. If I convert this 3.4 million per 10 lakhs into percentage, it will become 0.00034 percentage. If I convert it into per 100, that means per million 3.4. So per 100, how many? Which is 0.00034 percentage. Okay. Just for our information. Similarly, see, our current defect rate is what? 2. Let me write in white here. Our current defect rate is 2.54 percentage. Yes or no? Our accuracy is 97.46. That means our defect rate is 2.54. 100 minus accuracy rate. Correct? So when 2.54 here per million, see, let's say 6.7, just for our understanding. 6.7% if I convert into million becomes 66,000 something. Okay. So 2.54 percentage will be how much DPMO? Will it be 25,400? Yes or no, everybody? Yes, everybody just type yes in the chat box if you have understood. I have just taken, the correlation of this. If 6.7 is around 66.8, so 2.54 percentage will be 25,400. Correct? DPMO, you can calculate as well, very simple. Okay. Now with this DPMO, 25,400, let's go back to the DPMO table. There is a DPMO table we use in our green belt also. We have, in our green belt, curriculum also, we have this DPMO table. Okay. Let me just, yeah. So you can see here, this column is DPMO. Can you see DPMO? Okay. When we say 3.4 defects per million, DPMO meaning defects per million. Okay. So we are 6 sigma. We are at 6 sigma. If we are making 230 defects in a million, we are at 4 sigma. If we are making 6,210 defects in a million, we are at 4 sigma. And right now we are at, what is that? 25,400, right? So here, somewhere around here, can you see? This is somewhere between 22 and 28,000. So our sigma, current sigma level, let me just write down here, is approximately 3.5 sigma process. This current process capability, you can see here 3.5 approximately. Are you clear? Just type yes in the chat box. So first we calculated the DPMO. Okay. 2.54 को हम लोगों ने per million convert किया. That is called DPMO. And we go to the table of DPMO and we check the corresponding sigma level, which is 3.5 sigma level. So there is a huge scope to improve up to 6 sigma level. Okay. So this is 3.5 sigma level as of now. Then we entered into the analyze phase. In the analyze phase, basically, first we do the fishbone analysis. Everybody knows man, machine, method, material, mother nature, 6 M's. So we listed all the primary causes. Everybody remembers this fishbone? Yes. In the yellow belt session, we did the that Titanic exercise, Titanic exercise for identifying the causes. Yes, remember that? So this is called fishbone analysis. Fishbone is followed by root cause analysis, YY analysis or RCA. So all the primary causes, see these all causes now, one by one. Let's say lack of training of new hires. So we will write here lack of training of new hires. Then inadequate onboarding. Why? Because insufficient resources, ineffective training, lack of training, need assessment. So we do YY analysis till the time we get the root cause of it. So for all the causes, they found the root causes which should be actionable. So root causes should be actionable and they should be within our control, our organization's control. Okay. Once that is identified, the root causes are identified. So they have given multiple examples of root causes. Okay. See, this is just for our understanding. Okay. The real root cause analysis is much deeper than this. They have just shown a couple of slides of root cause analysis, which are representative slides. Okay. Representative, right? Also diagram how to use. Yes. Very good. Very good. Okay. So then comes regression analysis. Okay. Regression analysis is one of the, see, once the root causes are done, then we validate those root causes through regression analysis. Okay. Now, there are three types of regression, basically, regression or correlation, I would say. The three types of correlation are, let's say, what is regression? It's a relationship between your X, which is your input variable, and your Y. Okay. Let's say if your X, once, if your X is increasing, and if your Y is also proportionately increasing, this is called a positive relationship between X and Y. Okay. If your X is increasing and your Y is decreasing, the trend will look like this, and it is called as a negative correlation. And there is another third option, which is X and Y. Whatever happens to X, there is no impact on the Y, and this is called as no correlation. The pattern will look like this. Clear, everybody? Positive, negative, and no correlation. Are you clear with this? Just type yes in the chat box. All these three are clear. Very simple. As X is increasing, Y is increasing, positive correlation. X is increasing, Y is decreasing, negative correlation. X is increasing, Y, there is no connection, no correlation. Okay. Example of positive correlation is, let's say your study time and your percentage marks. More the study time, more will be the percentage. It's a positive correlation. What is negative correlation? More time on social media. So more time on social media is X, and your percentage will be on Y. You spend more time on social media, and your what you can say, score will drop. So it's a negative correlation. More X, lower will be the Y, right? And no correlation meaning whatever you do with X. Let's say, for example, the traffic in Bangalore, and you reaching to your office in Delhi, there is no correlation. Even if you collect the data, they may not have any relationship with each other. Okay. So this is how the regression analysis works. So they have done the regression analysis they wanted to check that, suppose we want to determine if there is a relationship between number of training hours. So number of training hours provided to IOB employees, IOB meaning insurance on behalf employees, which is outsourcing company basically, and their accuracy. Now tell me, training hours, understand this, guys, training hours and accuracy rate. Now tell me, let's say ट्रेनिंग आवर को हम लोग T बोलेंगे and accuracy rate को हम लोग A बोलेंगे. We will call training hour as T and accuracy level as A. So you got to tell me what is X and what is Y. You have to write like this. X is equal to what? X is equal to T or X is equal to A. And what is Y? Y is equal to T or Y is equal to A. Just type in the chat box, everybody. What is X and what is Y? ट्रेनिंग आवर एक्स है या फिर एक्यूरेसी रेट एक्स है? टाइप इन द चैट बॉक्स एवरीबॉडी. एक्स इज द इनपुट, वाई इज द आउटपुट. टाइप इन द चैट बॉक्स एवरीबॉडी. Okay, X is T and Y is A. X is T. Think about it, huh? X is equal to T, which is the training hour. तो input क्या है इसमें? Training is the input, right? Training is the input and accuracy is the output. Are you understanding, everybody? How much person is trained? So training hour is the input given, and how much accuracy that person is attaining, that's the output you are measuring. So A and B, X and Y. Are you clear, everybody? Just type yes in the chat box. Clear hai? Super amazing. So they have collected the data of 20 employees, training hours and the accuracy rate, and they have done this regression analysis where, now what kind of trend is this? Is it positive? Is it negative? Or is it no correlation? Type in the chat box. Is it positive? Is it negative? Positive के लिए plus sign type करिए. Negative, if it is negative, just type minus. Positive, right? So you can see here as a clear positive going upwards, right? So more the training hours, more will be accuracy. And R square value is 36.9, close to 37%. So R square is the strength of the relationship. If it is between 0 to 35, it is low strength. Between between 35 to 65, moderate, and 65 plus, we have strong correlation. Okay. So we have moderate correlation here right now. So we can say that there is some relationship between the training hours and accuracy rate. So we should focus on the training hours. Are you clear? This is called the regression analysis. Clear everybody till now? Just give me yes in the chat box. Yes. See, I'm not going in each and every tool details because we have got regression itself. We have got so many, sessions separately for regression. जहां पे हम लोग मिनी टैब एक्सरसाइज भी करते हैं. Okay. I am just touching the tools which are used in the project. Okay. What is S root meaning? S. Okay. S is it's a standard deviation. This is standard deviation. S. This S you are asking, if this S you are asking, it's a standard deviation of the error basically. So it's a distance between this, this is the, these are called errors. So it's a standard deviation of errors, which is this S. Okay. And software calculates it. It's an inbuilt, inbuilt, what you can say, formula given to software. Now, coming back to improve phase. Once we do this, then we go to improve phase where we do the first thing like scamper. Remember scamper? How many of you remember scamper? Just give me yes in the chat box. Scamper, substitute, combine, adapt, modify, put together, use, eliminate, and rearrange, right? So they use scamper to generate all the ideas on the root causes. So they generate a lot of ideas through the scamper, which is a fantastic tool to trigger the brainstorming. Okay. Once they generate the ideas, then they make the implementation action plan like this. Okay. So they define what is the action, who is the responsible person, what is the timeline, what resources are required, and what is the status of that action. Okay. So this is done for all the action item, all the solutions. They make the clear-cut implementation action plan, and then they start implementing it, in the real process, and they will start getting some results. Okay. The moment they will start getting some results, that's where the control phase comes into picture. Control phase's objective is to sustain. Once the improvement comes, how do we sustain it? It's so that it should not fall back. It's a most important, step before we close the project. Okay. So we make a control plan. What is control plan? Control plan is nothing but for all the process steps. Okay. Correct. If you remember, we have all the 4 process steps which were written. So there has to be some control method, control mechanism. Like for example, automated system validation. That is one of the control mechanism they put in the system. Okay. Another control mechanism is double data entry. Okay. Another one is automated system checks. All these are the solutions they have implemented. Okay. Random sampling. Earlier, they were not checking the quality. Now they have started taking the random quality. And then the dashboard tracking. If your management and team members are tracking the dashboards, that means you are putting a very close focus on the project. Okay. So all these are the control mechanism. What is the frequency? Who is responsible? If there is any deviation, what will be the control measure and corrective action? Okay. You will be taking that. Everything is listed in the control plan. Okay. Now, once the control plan is in place, then let's see what kind of impact these guys have basically received. Okay. Now, this is called as eye chart in the 3 stages. Look at this. This is before the project, before the project, we collected that 1 year data, right? So it's a monthly accuracy percentage you can see here. All right. So this is the monthly accuracy percentage. This is the during the project. You can see there is some improvement. And after the project, you can see the improved process has been settled around 99.183. Okay. So in the 3 stages, you can make this control chart showing the trend going up in the project and then stabilizing for some time. Okay. Now this is called these are the results. So what results they have achieved? So IOB accuracy improved from 97.46 to 99%. It has gone above 99%. DPMO from 24,500, if you remember, had decreased to 60. From 24,000 to 60, that decreased. And process cycle time decreased from 3 days to 2 days as well. Okay. Because of this project, there is another impact they have got, that the cycle time of the project, the time required for this entire process, has also got impacted positively. It has reduced from 3 days to 2 days. And the CSAT score, the customer satisfaction score, from 85% to 90%. And they have saved approximately $1 million in the financial year. Okay. See, always the financial impact has to be reported per annualized basis. Okay. So approximately $1 million has been saved because of this project. And see, once your CSAT score improves, obviously it gets impact. It starts a spiral, a positive spiral. Your brand image goes up, your sales, your branding goes up, your marketing goes up, more leads, and then you can get more sales as well. Okay. So this was done in around 3 months of time. Okay, this entire project. All right. And our team member, our SNG team member was working in this IOB process, and those people did this project. And of course, we changed some of the data, some of the numbers, etc., so that the confidentiality can be maintained. We never disclose the name of the company, etc. Okay. So are you clear with this case study? See, if I show you 4 to 5 case studies like this, you will get the confidence that, okay, this is how the projects have to be done. That's it. So if you master these tools, and these tools will come back again and again and again and again. That's it. If you master these tools, that's it. You can absolutely complete any project, even without the domain expertise of this. And I've already given you the secret, the domain and the DMAC partnership secret. Clear? So this is a case study. I will put this case study in the masterclass archive below the below the recording of this as well. Okay, clear? Everybody, are you clear with this? Just give me yes in the chat box. सब कुछ clear है? Just give me yes. Okay, and for the people, just because some people just join in, okay, the new members especially, masterclass archive is a folder in your LMS system. Okay, everybody has got, I hope all the new members have got login ID and the password. Yes, just type yes in the chat box. You've got login ID and password. If no, just you got to send a message on this WhatsApp number that I have not yet received the login ID and the password. Kindly share that with me. Okay. Yeah, Arvindji, please send the message on this WhatsApp number, and our team will help you out to give the login ID password, and you can start accessing the course. Okay. Received now. Very good. Okay. So anywhere while going through this, all right, anywhere you find any difficulty, this is the mentor's number you have been given. Just stay connected. This is not a calling number, okay, because this is a common number with all the mentors, right? And we all, just like you, are there in some meeting, some training program, some coaching, etc. So but we are available on the WhatsApp support. Okay, so send the message, ask the question, and we will be there to support you. Okay, now any question you have, please raise your hand, and we will go one by one. If you have any question, please let me know. Meanwhile, I'm just showing the new members, okay, from where they can ideally start their journey. Okay, so basically they should start their journey from course number 1. All the new members, I'm just sharing my screen right now. Once you enter into your LMS system, see, LMS meaning what? www.sparrangevin.in. www, let me just type that, .sparrangevin.in. So this is your LMS system, learning management system. It's a web portal. You go there, go to the sign in button, put your login ID, password. Once you enter in, go to my courses, okay, and start with course number 1. This is the course you have to start with, which is Lean Six Sigma Green Belt certification. Okay, start going through this one by one, and we will be getting connected twice every week on Monday as well as on Saturday. Okay. In meanwhile, you will have any doubt, I have given you the number of the mentor where you can get connected with the mentor, and we will be more than happy to support you and answer your all the queries. Okay. So Mosinji, what you can do is there is our community. Okay, you can see here community tab on this. Okay, so in the community, if you want to share anything which you have learned during this, you can share this in the community, and you can connect with the community members on this community as well. All right. So you can use this community tab to the fullest to get connected with your fellow team members, as well as if any sharing you want to do, please, any project success or anything you have learned new in the Lean Six Sigma, any experiment you have done in your company, and you want to share with the community, you can do that in the community tab. All right. Everybody clear hai? Just give me a yes in the chat box. So did you learn something new today? How a project is driven, yeah, step by step. With this, I will share this document with you as well. Please go through that. That will give you more confidence. Okay, super. So thank you very much. And see, if anybody wants to attend, see, we have a Minitab session starting at 9 p.m. today. All right, it is Minitab data analysis. See, if you want to send any of your colleague who want to start their journey in Lean Six Sigma and Minitab, you can you can do that. What we will do is we will put the invitation link in the community as well, in the community tab. Okay, you can go to community tab. Just a second. Okay, so in the community tab, I will put that link of the session so that you can check out. You can send your people to that as well, so that they also will get the benefit out of it. It will be a small 1 hour, one and a half hour session, so that they will get some information about Lean Six Sigma, data analytics, Minitab as well. Okay, so I think that's it from my side. No question. I see no hands raised. So I'm stopping this session. The recording will be available after 1 hour from the session, and you can check out the recording, and you can download the document which I shared with you, shown you during the session. Okay. Thank you very much for joining in. We will again connect with a new topic with the same enthusiasm in the next time. Till the time, keep learning, keep growing. This is Desh Patil signing off. Bye bye. Take care and good night. Bye bye.